Hello everybody, Prepper003 here today again, and today I have something I've been looking forward to doing for almost 2 years now, is the SOE Subgun chest rig. Right now I've been waiting this chest rig to be made by SOE for just a little bit under 2 years now, and it just came in almost 3 days ago now, and right now I really wanted to get this review out here. I took it out to the range, put about 500 rounds through the Scorpion, CZ Scorpion that I have, and right now I just couldn't be more happier with the chest rig. There are some things I will tell you guys about this chest rig that I didn't realize whenever I bought it, but right now I just wanted to give you guys an overview of it because there hasn't really been one. Besides the ones that SOE has lightly done, just as an overview. So right now, the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is I'm going to go from my left to my right on the chest rig. And the first thing we're going to start off with is what it comes with for straps, is your standard X harness right here. Now right now I'm not particularly a fan of the X harness system, but with the lightweightness and the compactness of the micro rig here, I definitely don't have any issues with digging in. I used it in and out of a vehicle for drills, as you saw in the opening. I used it for a lot of movement drills, and I haven't had any issues with that, going prone with it. So that's one thing that I will admit, is that this chest rig, just due to the compactness and lightweightness of it, depending on how much you want to put on it, inside of the pouch and on the interior, I don't have any issues with that. Now onto the panels here, because you can see it's still a little bit muddy here from the other weekend. You can get 4 PW style magazines in here. Now, I would definitely say that if you're going to get this chest rig, just be aware that with your standard, like your MPX or your CZ Scorpion pattern magazines here, you're not going to be able to keep the flaps inside the pouches like they originally are intended. I had to run mine through the actual back interior of the chest rig because they just don't fit. So what I mean by that is, and I'll show you, is that I had to run the magazine flaps into the back here for that extra attention. Now, of course, you can just take the flaps off and use it that way. I like to have a little bit of extra attention, so that is one thing that you are going to have to deal with. Now, if you are running the Scorpion, now if you're running an MP5, an Uzi, or your Glock PCC rifles, you're not going to have that issue. And since I'm onto the admin pouch right now, you do have quite a bit amount of Velcro in here to attach other stuff like I have right here. So that's just one good thing that you do have out of that. So I didn't have much of an issue when attaching these flaps onto the interior of that. There's not a lot of movement, and it's definitely secured by the interior Velcro into the chest rig. Now over here into the small admin pouch here, you can keep a lot of different things. What I have is the SOE small mesh pouch. Now if you wanted to, you can put a med tray in here, a radio. You can fit a lot of different things in here. And just like with the admin pouch, the interior pouch, I would say, you do have Velcro in here. So if you did, like I have here, if you wanted to attach or put in a Velcro mounted kit, this right here can fit very nicely and compactly in here and rip out if you needed to. So that's just one of the nice things that I found about this rig, is that if you did want to have like your SOE mesh pouches in here, you can definitely fit that small pouch in there, so you can kind of keep a little bit of separation between the stuff. So like if I wanted to keep smaller tools in here, I can. If I wanted to have larger stuff in here, I definitely could do that too. And then over here onto the back panel here, you do have a small section if you want to attach a tourniquet pouch, or if you want to attach a pistol pouch, you do have that option over here on the side. On this side, however, it is slick, as you can see right here. Then on the bottom, you do have some elasticity here, so if you did want to put a tourniquet down here, a grenade pouch, you do have a lot of, well, not a grenade pouch, but some type of smoke canister, you can. It does have a lot of elasticity here, so if you want to fit something in there, you definitely could. So the one thing that I will say is, if you want to have some type of swift clip adaptation, to where if you want to attach it to a chest rig, you are going to have maybe a little bit of an issue with the larger buckles here. Now the buckles are very nice, they're heavy duty, they're really thick, so you're not going to have any type of issue with these breaking. At least I have never had any experience with the buckles breaking on any of my SOE chest rigs, and I've used quite a bit of them. So you're not going to have any issues with that. And it has the same for the sides here. But the bottom buckles here, if you're wanting to attach a different type of waist strap, because maybe you're a smaller figure guy and this one doesn't work for you, which you have quite a bit of amount of webbing here. So if you're a smaller frame guy, you should be able to still use this. Maybe some of your really bigger frame guys might not be able to fit into this, but I haven't had any issues with that. You have a lot, like you see right here, I have quite a bit of it duct taped, well, not duct tape, but elastic taped up right here. So you're not going to have any issues with that, but maybe, who knows, I don't know your body type. So for my frame here, I'm a medium average build guy, I haven't had any issues with that at all. So, and I have another friend of mine who's a little bit more bigger built than I am, and he's used the SOE chest rigs, and he hasn't had any issues with that either. So overall, the chest rig is very good quality. It's genuine Cordura. I'm not 100% sure on if it's the 500 or the 1000 Cordura. I want to say from the last time I checked on their website, they were saying that it was 1000 Cordura, but I could be wrong. If you do know, please post it down in the comments below. That would be something that I'd like to know too. The last time I checked it up, I was only able to find that they put it as genuine Cordura. I wasn't able to see if it was a 500 or 1000. But overall, the stitching in this is very, very heavy duty. You have a lot of segmented stitching, as you can see right here on the front. You have that going through the flaps here. You have it going all along the sides here. On the interior, you have really heavy duty stitching, quadruple stitching. So you're not going to have to deal with any type of that stitching coming undone. I haven't had any of the stitching on any of my SOE chest rigs starting to tear or anything like that, or coming undone. So that's one thing that I will say. Now, as you see right here, you do have a little bit of leeway if you want to attach a couple of your morale patches or unit patches or department patches onto your front of this here. They have a wide variety of different colors. The one downside to this, as I mentioned in the beginning, is sometimes if it's not available, they are no ETA, so you might have to wait a bit. Now, sometimes if you're military or law enforcement, they do try to expedite that to you. But for the standard Joe, you might have to wait a little bit. But I would definitely suggest, if you want to, watch their live streams on their Facebook page or their Instagram. I think they still have an Instagram. But they do post a lot of their stuff up that is available or coming available if you watch live streams, and they'll tell you, okay, we're going to be running a line of this, so if you're looking at ordering it, maybe order it now. So that's one thing that I would definitely suggest doing. That's what I did with some of the AK M4 micro chest rigs and my super kit bag. I did that with those. and the mesh pocket here, as you see. So I would definitely suggest watching their live feeds and their streams if you want to just to get a little bit of an idea on what they're making and what they're producing at the time. But besides that, this is a very nice chest rig if you're wanting to run a subgun. I haven't had any issues with this so far, but I've only had it for a little bit, like I mentioned. But I've just been so excited to get this review out to you guys and to get an overview done of this. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Prepper003 out.